The panelists Safe Harbor facility has 4,000 people each year, 400 per night. Average length of stay is 47 days. And 25% of those transition into permanent housing after 60 days, or within 60 days. Where did the other 75% go? What is the process for moving those into whatever they get moved into? They're only staying 47 days in the facility and 60 days to transition, and only 25 of them, or 25% are transitioning. Where's the difference?
Well, some stay longer. 47 is an average. Some stay a couple nights. Some stay for several months until they're able to work, save up some money, and transition into permanent housing. It's completely voluntary. People can come and go as they please, and so it's a diversion model that is based on existing facts. So where they go, they stay there a little longer, or perhaps they reunite with family. Some people leave and come back. It takes several times, as all of the service professionals will tell you here. People don't always get it the first time through. So sometimes, it's difficult. There's a wide range, I would say, from a few days to many months. It's a temporary facility, however, and the goal is to transition, get people in touch with the services that are provided out there, the permanent housing. But you can't go from a box in the woods or a tent to permanent housing. And so this transitional facility allows people to make that transition.
May I also respond?
Thank you. I had contacted the Florida Coalition for the Homeless to ask about the Safe Harbor model as well, and was told that similar to other transitional housing programs in the state, many people tend to stay there a long period of time because there isn't adequate permanent housing, there isn't adequate low-income affordable housing, and many people who are chronically homeless who are housed in that facility, just like in ours, are not able to get jobs. And so that it's very difficult to get jobs for this population. And so that's why the Coalition Board specifically requested data on what the performance numbers are for this particular transitional housing model. And I want to grab 1 second to recognize someone with us today. Mr. Donald Whitehead, please stand up, Donald, is now the Executive Director of the Men's Transitional Housing in Orlando. He is a former Executive Director of the National Coalition for the Homeless and currently a board member of the National Coalition for the Homeless. We're very fortunate to have Donald, someone with his expertise here, available to our community to help us with our planning process.
Also, to answer that question as well, something that maybe I'll be the bad guy. Here's the bad guy. Some people are going to leave. You know why? I think this is finally a solution to where if they don't want to really accept the services that we have to offer in the 90-day period, there's only one other option where they're going to end up, and that's jail. And it's going to keep happening because if you don't have the law enforcement aspect of it, and here's your issue. Daytona Beach police arrest people for homelessness. They arrest them. Whose budget does that go on? Ours, the general fund. So it's without having Daytona Beach being part of that funding source, it creates an equity that is never going to be solved. So unless they have the enforcement aspect of it, and people want to take part of this program, if they don't, they're going to end up in jail because of loitering and other laws that are broken. Things are going to happen, and eventually a lot of people are just going to go because it's a no-nonsense model. If you don't have that type of model, it's not going to work. So that's where part of those people go as well. So that's the reality.